Okay guys, so here's the thing. Honesty and influencing, they don't mesh. So I am going to be talking all about that today. If you want to know more about what my thoughts are about influencing, about social media, influencer space, all of that, stick around. I'm going to get into it because I have some thoughts. Okay, so the premise of this video, I thought of it the other day because I had a video that did really well and it was on the brand Triclone. The video is getting lots of views. I feel like I've been getting like lots of referral, or what are they called? I've been making some sales from my affiliate code and it's just done better than maybe most of my other videos. And that's because I love the brand. Like truly 100%, I bought everything with my own money. I know you always have to preface all this stuff as an influencer, but that's part of what I'm gonna get into. But the whole thing that got me thinking is, wow, if I just raved on every single brand, I would be seeing sales and sales and sales and sales and, you know, more brand deals, more opportunities. But I am never going to be like that because that is not productive in the long run. And I also physically can't do that because I am not good at lying. So that's kind of where I came up with this idea. And I think, you know, it's not really this revolutionary idea. I think we've all thought it before, but I want to kind of dig into more about it and really like start to think about why this is. And if you're also a creator, why it's not beneficial to be like that, because it might make you more sales in the short term, but people are gonna realize if you don't really like the product or if the product actually sucks, they're not gonna take your advice ever again because you steered them in the wrong direction. So what I was talking about is like that honesty and influencing don't always work. Now that's a very broad statement and I'm not saying that all influencers are dishonest, not actually at all. I think that some influencers are dishonest and they only care about either A, pleasing a brand, B, making money, or C, I don't know, just like they want everyone to like them and like they think that if they just say everything is great, it's gonna make people like it. I don't really understand that last one, but the other two are very real. I don't know if it's like this pressure that people feel to make a brand happy and say that they love every product, and I definitely understand the money one. Like, I mean, we all understand that. I don't personally think that's the most important, but I also have a full-time job that pays all the bills, so that's a different story for me. But I think what you notice on like videos like the one I was talking about before with Triclone is I was raving about those products and I still 100% stand behind all of them. I think they are wonderful products. It's a great brand, but I see the difference in money that I make from that video versus something where I'm like, none of these products worked. None of these are good. And I do more often than not videos where I'm saying like, these don't work. I don't like this formula. I don't like the skin tone or the tone of the sunscreen or whatever. And I'm never going to change. I'm not going to start saying every product is great just because I want more sales. That is a surefire way to lose your entire audience base because it just over not that long, people are going to realize that you're just trying to sell them a product. And I don't ever want to do that. I just want to give you the information. And I like testing out products. I like buying new products. And a lot of the time, I would say like 75% of the time, most products don't work or they're just like subpar. They're like average. And there's a feeling, I think, of influencers that we only want to share the best ones because, you know, we're culling through all of the products to find the best of the best. And I'm realizing as I kind of progress that a lot of people really like seeing what I don't like, or, you know, this works really great, just not for my skin type. So I am making a concerted effort to share more of everything. Just like if I get a brand in, I'm going to share it with you. I'm not going to just pull the best products because while that works for like, you know, culling out all the bad, it also, I think, gives you a fuller perspective of the brand when I show you all of them. So that's kind of the first one. And then I started to get into the like better for influencers in the long run. And I shouldn't even say influencers because yes, we are influencers, but also creators. Like a lot of us do this because it's a creative outlet. We like to create, we like to share, we like to educate. There's so many things about it. So it's not just like, I just want to influence you to buy this. That's not really what it is. So I'm going to try to use creator instead. But I think the thing about being really honest with your audience and sharing the good and the bad is it works way better for you in the long run. And I see that with my audience. I have been nothing but honest from the very beginning. I don't take sponsorships before I've tried a product. I will only tell the brand, like, I gotta try it out first. If you're fine like sponsoring me regardless of if I like it or not, then that's on you. But most of the time, like, they're not gonna wanna pay if I hate the brand. So I always tell them, like, I need to test it out before I actually share it with my audience to see if I like it. And that's more for like the paid ones. Oftentimes brands will give you product and there's no obligation to post. And with those, that's like my absolute favorite, because I would love to have some sponsorships for sure. But I also love just trying products, and when it's no obligation, it means I can talk about all the products however I want. I can say I love it, I hate it, whatever. Versus when it is a sponsored ad or paid promotion, you're not gonna say I hate it. Like, that's just not gonna happen. So, you know, and most of the time when I do a sponsored video, well, not most of the time, all of the time, if it is sponsored, they're actually paying me, which doesn't happen often. I love that product. And the best ones are when you already love a product and then they want to sponsor you. That's when like things come together in the perfect way. But I think the honesty and the confidence that creators can build with their following is such a key part of it, because otherwise you can have explosive growth and you can share what you love, and then you continue to only share the best of the best. And eventually people will kind of realize that you're maybe not being 100% honest, and you just lose all confidence. The person that I have in mind, and I don't know this person, of course, like they're a big, huge creator from the beauty space from a long time ago, and I am gonna say names. Nobody ever, like the big creators can never say names, but I'm small and no one's gonna see this, and that's also the kiss of death when you say that. But Jaclyn Hill, she comes to mind. She literally is like, this pen has changed my life. And she's such a good saleswoman that you're like, what? I need this pen. Like, I have to go buy it. And she sells it so hard, but she does it in a very genuine feeling kind of way. But I think over the years, because I've never seen her talk about a product she doesn't like on her channel. Like, think about that. Think about the influencers and creators who have never said a bad word about anything. Those are the ones, in my opinion, that are a little disingenuous, because they're just trying to sell you stuff. So that's kind of what I mean. Like, I think you need that mix of good and bad, and it will benefit you in the long run, because not that Jaclyn doesn't have 1 million+ subscribers and all that stuff, and she still makes a bundle of money, but a lot of people have lost confidence in her, and that's not what I want. So not me. The third point that I want to bring up, and I've kind of talked about this a little bit, but it's that some creators will cave to brands. So, of course, the brand only wants you to say positive things about their products. Like, why else would they be talking to you or sponsoring you or giving you product? They want you to showcase and show off their products. But I think that is unrealistic. And I really, like I said before, I really like brands that say, like, here are some products, test them out, no obligation to post. They're probably going to get a lower return on investment, because oftentimes either I'll forget to post or it'll take me a long time, versus those sponsorships where they're like, I need the deliverable in a month or however long, and there's like a clear timeline, and then you just have to do it. But the brands that give you that flexibility, I think in the long run that actually pays off for them, because if their product really is good, you're going to talk about it. And you know, they just have to rely and have confidence in their product. But I think it's unrealistic of a brand to expect you to say only good things. And I think a lot of creators and influencers do cave to that, thinking like, I just want to make the brand happy and then they'll send me more products. I've talked about that before, where it's like there's this feeling that if you start talking bad about a brand, then the brand will stop sending you stuff, which is, you know, fair. Like, why would you want to send somebody something they don't like? But I think as a creator, you have to have a little bit more confidence in your ability to kind of call the right products and the best products, and that your audience will still want to follow you, and the right brands will appreciate that and understand that and still give you products or sponsor you. So I think, again, it's this short-sighted versus long-sighted kind of mentality, and you have to think a little bit more long-term than just thinking in the here and now and thinking like, I just want all these products, which is not, I don't think, healthy at all. So lastly, I just wanted to reiterate kind of, you know, these are just thoughts, musings, if you will, but I also kind of want to like tell you what my goals are and how I plan to proceed. I mean, this is how I've operated on this channel the entire time. I will share the good, the bad, the ugly. I will share all of those aspects of it, and many of my videos are going to be basically like, this product's not great. Like, if you want A, B, and C that are like very specific things, then it could work for you. But probably for the majority of people, this product's not going to work. And I am not going to change that. I think that that is the way to go. I don't think it's beneficial to people to just spout out all the best things. I think you get overwhelmed. Like, everyone gets overwhelmed when it's just like product after product after product of like loving. And I don't like that. It makes me feel like, like, you know, I get the ick for myself, and I think people get the ick. So I will continue to just share everything. And then I also am not motivated by money. I said it before and I'll say it again. Like, the commissions that I do get are great, and I will never say that they're not, but I also spend my own money on all these products. So like, the amount that I make is here compared to the amount that I spend, which is here. And I also have a full-time job, which I make a pretty decent salary at. So I'm not motivated by that. I'm more motivated by one day being able to make this my career. So being able to have YouTube as a career would be the dream, you know, like, but that's going to take a lot longer than where I am now. But I just want to continue to kind of be honest with my opinions and share, like I said, the good, bad, ugly, and not exhaust people. So that's why I'm starting to do more full brand reviews, more kind of indie skincare, and like the one that I just put out, which, you know, was Hey Bud and Banish. I didn't like half the products probably, and they weren't terrible, but they just like, they were okay. So that's the goal. I hope you guys are into that. I mean, you probably wouldn't be here if you weren't. And yeah, let me know your thoughts, because there's so many thoughts to be had. I could have talked for more and more hours, but then my battery would die again. So I'm going to end it here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.